right, so here he is, the former UFC interim lightweight champion, Tony Ferguson, and here's a guy who a lot of these fellow lightweights believe represents the toughest matchup for them. Just hard to know what's coming. Truly a 5'2" player, and he will look to put all those skills to good use yet again here tonight.
I mean, you point to the Josh Thompson fight, the beautiful elbow that he landed to split him open, and it shows you the diversity of Tony Ferguson. And you have to remember, he was a national champion at Grand Valley State University.
Right.
So if he needs to, he can be a guy that has the ability to take you down and just brutalize you on the ground. Not only brutalize you, but he has a great ability to submit his opponents, as he showed when he won the title fight, Kevin Lee.
And he is most happy when he's in a fight, right? Certainly a guy who loves to train, as is well documented. Just the way he attacked the knee injury rehabilitation just shows you his true colors. And I know I speak for the MMA fans around the world. Very happy to see El Cucuy back in the octagon here tonight. Sometimes lost in the shuffle of all that is Colby Covington, we don't talk enough about just how elite a welterweight this is. Realized the UFC interim welterweight title back in the day, and he's a guy who many people believe on any given Saturday night he can be the top 170-pound fighter in the world.
Absolutely, and it's the work ethic. It's the work ethic of Colby Covington that stands out. When I was at Oklahoma State as a coach, we wanted to recruit Colby Covington out of junior college because he was such a phenomenal workhorse. Everybody recognized it from day one. And when you watch it in his approach to his fights, he fights in that very same way. He's in your face, he's grabbing you, he's clinching you, he's taking you down, and he'll even stand and strike and throw big shots with you as the fight progresses. Don't mistake the tone for a guy that cannot back it up with action. Colby Covington is a savage.
Fear is not a factor for Colby Chaos Covington. Our tale of the tape for this highly anticipated welterweight fight. And now for the particulars, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Tony El Cucuy Ferguson. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Colby Chaos Covington.
And there's Herb Dean. He will handle the action inside the octagon. All right, well, usually more often than not, it makes for a suffocating night at the office when you are facing the former interim welterweight king, Colby Covington, as we get to the early round action here. And whether it's going to be his takedown game or his volume striking, it's just going to be non-stop offense from Colby Covington. Leads the league in cardio. Mentally, he is forged. Very big challenge in front of his opponent here tonight. By the wrestler, sticking to the game plan here early. DC goes to the clinch. He said he didn't want to be shooting takedowns from way outside. We'll see if he tries to get a level change here on the inside.
Well, he needs to. This boxer is so good in close. Whereas you're clinching, with most athletes, they tend to panic. Boxing is spent a lot in the clinch, so this guy's well-versed here. But where he isn't well-versed is getting his feet tripped, getting foot sweep, getting level changed on. So he's got to mix everything up. It's high-low, if he wants to take this guy down.
Well, he grounded him, and now he's trying to pound him out. Great ground strikes here. Covington's back in half guard, very comfortable here. All right, great position for him here. He's got the full mount. See if he can get that ground and pound going.
Oh, he's got to get it going, but he can't rush. A lot of times, guys get in the full mount and they rush, they get nervous. They're like, oh my goodness, I'm winning. Reality is, you're winning, but it can change in a matter of seconds because then they can be gone. He's got to drop his hips, Be really heavy at the opponent's base and then just start to work. Make the opponent give his back so that he can try to get his chokes off or find great ground and pound, but very patient ground and pound from such a dominant position. He's got to start throwing now.
Oh, postures up and delivers a big ground and pound strike to the head. Nicely done there by Covington.
Striking from every position, lands a strike from the bottom.
Covington's back in full mount. Making all these shots count.
In the half guard.
Ground and pound, the hammer Mark Coleman would be proud.
Another ground and pound strike lands for this man. Now he's going full mount.
So 3 minutes have flown off the fight clock there.
Oh, he's got to be careful there, yep.
Nice movement to avoid some of those strikes from the top. That's a heck of a strike to land from bottom position. All right, feet on the hips here.
Nice shots landing from the top position. Another one. I mean, he cannot miss from the top position. Nice transition.
All right, it's a good ground and pound by him here, certainly staying busy, and not just busy, but effective.
You can just throw punches to keep the referee off of you.
Well, not good body language from his opponent here, DC. He's curled up.
No, he's exhausted, he's been beaten.
All right, we'll see if he can apply pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC. Under a minute to go. Outstanding pressure from top position here by Covington. Oh, he's setting up an armbar now. Oh, that looks wicked tight.
It's getting tight now, he's advancing. Oh, now he's in trouble.
Oh, submission defense on full display there.
He said that he was very aware of what this guy brought to the octagon, and it showed in that defense.
All right, 20 seconds to go in the round. 15 seconds remain in the round. All right, well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground. Now maybe trying to get to a choke position here, DC. All right, closed guard now. Round 2 straight ahead.
All right. That round was definitely not yours. We need this next round. Okay, you need to get back up. He's taking you down way too much.
Well, what a round it was, especially from a striking standpoint. DC, take us through.
High-level striking. I mean, this is what people come through the doors to see. Two men stand on a quarter, chest to chest, forehead to forehead, and let it all fly. I'm surprised nobody went out, but it does excite me for the next round.
All right, round 2 is here. Colby Covington versus Tony Ferguson. All right, here we go. Next round is underway. You saw him work his submission game a bit in the previous round, and he is all offense, man. He's not afraid to get into a bad position to try to close the fight.
Most times, you don't see guys that attack as much off of their back. This guy never has any place to rest.
All right, working on the ground here. His opponent's feet on the hips.
Look at that. Recognized he was about to lose position.
Grounding and pounding away. Nice strikes to the body there by Covington.
Oh, right into mount.
Well, this is a tough fighter to buck off. Very good pressure and work here by Covington.
He's got to be careful here.
Oh, nice movement to avoid that strike coming down. Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Covington. And there it is, another strike gets through on the ground.
Beautiful transition.
You've got to start to get to the get-up process. Because everybody talks like you just get up, you don't. It's a process, right? You get to the underhook, you build to the elbow, then you start to gain height to get back to your feet.
Lands the ground and pound strike here. Well, maybe ill-advised to be competing off your back, but he's landing. Covington's right back to the full mount here.
Oh, now he's attacking on triangle.
Oh, he's got that submission locked in. He's in real
John,
trouble.
it looks tight. It looks like he's gonna get this.
Oh, he got out. How good is that?
This guy is so aware. He never leaves anything long to allow for himself to get subbed.
Fighter trying to pass here, ooh, but gets denied.
Gets denied. Great job, great recognition of seeing what your opponent was trying to do.
Well, it looks like that Darcy's tight. Oh, he's looking for the finish now. Oh, somehow he gets out. Fantastic submission D. All right, so look at that. A cut has been opened around that eye area.
He's taking shots over and over again to that area, and now he's dealing with a cut.
All right, so yet another ground and pound strike lands right there, DC.
He's getting very active now that he knows he can land these strikes.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Covington. And dizzy as he looks to improve position here.
What he has to do here is just try to stay relaxed. Big explosive actions, panicky actions are what gets you submitted a lot of times. Nice defense.
All right, dominant position here. He's got the full mount. A lot of different ways he can go here. Maybe try to find an arm bar or just get the ground and pound.
He can attack submissions, but those submissions will present themselves once he is landing that brutal ground and pound he is known for. Because then his opponent will start to get a little bit desperate to get out from under him, which will then in turn leave arms dangling, or he'll turn to his knees and get choked out. Oh, good defense, yes.
While working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Covington.
Now he's got good body position, yup.
Oh, great ground shot there, and that one opened him up. Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Covington.
He's very accurate in the ground and pound, and it's showing because he's landing so consistently.
If you're the bottom fighter, DC, what do?
You got to move, you got to shrimp, you got to get up on a hip to try to move your opponent off of you or pull him down to close the space.
Not there yet, but might get the submission here shortly. 10 minutes in the books.
All right, take a seat, bud. Deep breath in. Breathe in through that nose, out through that mouth. All right, here's some water. Listen, your kicks are working hard.
All right, a lot of highlights from which to choose over those previous 5 minutes, DC. A lot of good work on the ground.
You knew, John, going into the fight, that if he was able to get this fight to the floor, he would have the most success, and you saw it in that exchange. He was able to get posture, land some really good ground and pound as the round came to an end.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Third round underway. Well, we talked about that reach advantage as you see him land the straight punch there. Great job using his length in that situation. Lands a big elbow there. Oh, another blistering combination there. Really
Great timing on that double leg.
As usual, suffocating work from the top here by Covington.
And another one. Another strike from the top lands for him.
Ferguson gets pounded, and it's the elbow. All right, full guard now, DC.
And for the guy on top, he needs to build posture or just go to the next position, start shoving that knee through, trying to get the half guard, which in turn will lead to more opportunities for advancement. But if you're on the bottom, you need to be anticipating. You need to be framing. You need to be moving, looking for opportunities to either reverse the position or get back to your feet.
Oh, he's got him in a crucifix now, DC. All of that body weight on his opponent.
He's got all the weight on the upper body. His feet are free to do whatever. But the arms stuck between the legs, he is now going to start dropping hammer fists. He's going to start dropping elbows. This is one of the nastiest positions in all of fighting.
And again, dealing with that cut around his eye. Got to be careful.
He's got to shore up the defense, because if he keeps getting hit there, it's only going to continue to get worse.
Well, he's worked very hard on this part of his game, and these ground strikes are really starting to take their toll. Oh, and another punch on the ground gets through. May need some defense here. Oh, well, that eye is officially disgusting right now. I don't know, man. If I'm a doctor, maybe I'm thinking about getting involved.
Well, you can see him getting up out of his seat. You know, he's looking very closely at the damage on the eye. We may get him in here before the round even ends.
Good work, guys. Come on.
Back mount now. Well, this is getting hard to watch, and sometimes you hear us say a fighter is too tough for their own good. Anybody want to save this athlete right now?
Yeah, this is a classic case of that, where a guy is just too tough. He's not going to win this fight. He may as well throw in the towel. I mean, his corner can stop it, the referee can stop it, the doctor can stop it. Somebody needs to do something, because this fight is over.
All right, just as we saw a few seconds ago, he finds the home for another ground and pound strike.
Beautiful punch lands there from inside the guard.
Ground and pound strike there now. Man, another one lands. He's trying to pound his opponent's head through the canvas. All right, he's got the full mount now. Is this one of the most dominant positions in MMA? Is that fair to say?
It's a very dominant position. It's one of the most ideal positions you can get to, especially if you are fighting someone that doesn't truly
Oh, what do we got here? Looks like an arm triangle attempt.
It's tight.
Oh, favoring position over submission.
Very smart decision. You never want to value the submission over keeping dominant position. Now it's his mount.
Oh, another shot gets through. Doctor might have to step in soon. Most fighters will tell you offensive wrestling is the hardest, most exhausting thing.
Especially if you're just running the guy over, Jonathan, he just gets up.
Oh, we'll see if he postures up and can get some of his ground strikes going here. Can't get it. Good awareness by the defensive fighter. Covington's in half guard. Oh, some big punches raining down here, picking his spots well, and hasn't chosen to engage his opponent on the ground necessarily, posturing up and making these shots count.
I mean, why would he when he's having so much success doing it and fighting in the exact same manner that's leading him to be ahead in the fight right now?
Oh, another huge ground strike landed by him there. How much more can one man take?
Great defense by the defensive fighter.
A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. El Cucuy's an absolute mess right now. There is blood everywhere. I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them call in the ringside position between rounds. Covington's back in full mount. Landing strikes nicely here from top position. Oh, nice job to split his guard and get the ground strike home again. Ferguson's in half guard now. That's 3 rounds in the can. We're headed to the championship rounds.
All right, let's get someone on this cut.
All right, good news is the round is over.
It's gonna be a bloody fight.
Bad news, Ferguson's eye is in rough shape. I mean, I would just probably quit, but he's not going to do that. But I would not be surprised if the ringside physician did come in and take a look at that here between rounds. All right, back to the stools we go. Offensively, a lot to like from him, but on defense, he hasn't been able to stop anything tonight.
Yeah, it's got to be the whole game, though, Johnny. He's got to be willing and able to do everything. He's done a good job on the offensive side, but he has not defended well, and now he's dealing with that nasty cut. That cut is going to be an issue as the fight goes forward. He's got to change something.
Fourth round now, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on.
Oh, man, he's off.
Back to the feet. Big left hook coming, it's blocked. All right, looks as though that ref has called a break to the action here, likely to call in the doctor to look at that cut, and a lot of blood donation going on right now.
And for as fun as this fight has been, I can only hope that the physician still lets this guy fight. He wants to fight. He wants to continue. Let him go.
And the doctor doesn't, he doesn't care about the fans, doesn't care about your feelings at home. That will do it. That cut calls an end to things, and ultimately it'll go into the books as a TKO doctor stoppage. All right, so this one goes into the books as a TKO via doctor stoppage. And Daniel, we will re-rack some of the replays here. A lot of damage sustained and a lot of swelling in that facial area.
You know, his toughness should never be questioned after watching this. Every time he got hit on that swollen part, you knew the pain that he must have felt. But hats off to his opponent for causing this damage and making sure he kept going to that area in order to get this fight stopped.
We get the official decision with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, the doctor has called a stop to this fight, declaring the winner by TKO, Colby Chaos Covington.
Oh, how good is that? You know DC loves when a wrestler gets a boxer out of there. This wasn't necessarily the forecast of the masses, but this is a huge result as he spins his career forward.
Well, not only to get the win, but to get the finish. Because we thought that if the fight would end, the boxer would be the one getting the finish. Nope, it was the wrestler. He was able to get takedowns, land a lot of ground and pound, and get the stoppage that he needed so bad.